Dude, anytime I try to like do anything, it always fucks up on me. So I don't blame you one bit.
Thank you. Jeez. All right. Welcome to the An Eye for Horror podcast. I'm your host, Jake Patton. Joining me today is my friend, Mr. Chris Webb, one half of the most excellent and badass podcasting duo from the Meet Us in the Mancave podcast.
Wow. Thank you, sir. That is thank you very much. And Eye for Horror, man. What a cool fucking name. That's just man, I love it. It's awesome. I'm
Thank,
excited to see what you do with it, man.
thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you for being my second guest, man. That's awesome. And finally, I'm glad we can finally, you know, have a conversation.
You know what? I mean, you've been on ours so often. I feel like we've done this 1,000 times. It's
Oh hell yeah!
gonna be just like hanging out.
Exactly, in our respective man caves. Although mine right now is a little boring. I need to get some posters up on this wall and fast.
I was gonna ask, it looks like a new environment for you as well. What you keep me up to date
Hmm.
on stuff? What transpired there?
Yeah. Well. Because of my eye. I got a letter from the Cleveland Clinic that that they recommend I move from my upstairs apartment to a downstairs one, and it's just a prime location. It's so much. I'm closer to the dumpsters right outside my door, and I could actually stand on my patio and hurl a trash bag in there and actually make it in there if I wanted to. And by the mailboxes, it's just a much better deal. So,
Hell yeah, I can't beat that.
oh no.
Okay, that's cool. I was just wondering. We haven't caught up since you did the move, so I was just I was wondering there. That was my part of my Q&A, I guess.
No problem, man. Oh,
And I'm digging the hat, man.
oh, thank
Love
you.
it.
Of course, man. Silver Shamrock Halloween 3.
Hell yes.
Represent. Oh, I know you want my guess, but I have to I have to geek out real quick. Tom Atkins signed this.
Dude,
Uh,
isn't Tom a great guy?
yes, he is, man. He's
He's
very
just so
funny.
cool about stuff, man. He's such a cool guy. Like anytime I've ever seen him at the cons and everything, he's so fucking nice, and he's just into the whole thing. He loves it. I mean, anybody that can embrace that in their later years, I think it's so cool.
Exactly, and especially after the movie been out for so many years, like 40, 41, 42 years. So
Yep. Which is crazy. Crazy to think about.
absolutely.
My lord. I just hit 41. That's crazy to think about. Shit.
Damn, man.
You gotta hit me with it, Jake. Oh damn. I just man,
No, I just thought you were.
I
I
feel
thought
old
you were
now.
like 45, 41. Okay,
Yeah, I'm 41. Yeah.
so you are you were born in 83 or 84,
83.
83.
And March 14th, I'm a 3.14 a pie baby.
Oh, cool.
It's a weird date.
my my brother would be 41 this year, but so
Oh, okay.
so it's cool that you're like the same age.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's awesome. I had a my brother, he passed when he was born actually, but oh god, I think he'd be in his 50s. Oh man, I haven't thought about that in a long time, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, I'm gonna follow your lead here, sir. This is an eye for horror channel right here. You tell me how it goes, buddy, and I will be right there by your side.
Cool. Well, let's get started. First, what made you interested in becoming a podcaster slash content creator, Chris?
Goodness sakes, man. I I've always been kind of the guy that's lurking in the back, just kind of stalking on all the groups and stuff like that. I've never really been involved. Um, I don't know if you call it doing your homework or whatever else, but I just kind of, I monitor things and I keep up with masks and where the state of the community is and the hobby and stuff like that. And I kind of just hit a breaking point where I was like, you know, I I want to get more involved in shit. I want to I want to have a voice in this community that I love so much. So Scott actually gave me that kind of avenue to where I could, express myself more by bringing me on his YouTube channel, The Bar Downstairs. And from there, it just so happened that we both lived kind of close together and we started hanging out and we literally lived like 20 minutes from each other. So it was like we'd start hanging out and stuff like that. And he kind of hit me up one day and he was like, what would you think about starting a podcast? I'd like to start a second channel. I'd like to start a podcast. And I think we got a pretty good banter, a pretty good back and forth that maybe we could really make something here. And we started spitballing ideas and eventually the name came along. And then eventually, we started talking about the logo and how that would play out. And I really like the idea of the Darwinism, the evolution of man. So I was like, well, the pinnacle is obviously Michael. I mean, we got to make it Michael. But, starting off as apes because we're just a couple of guys hanging out in our bar, in our man cave situation and just going from there. And yeah, it really just started with I wanted to be more involved. I wanted to give something to the community that I love so much. So that's really where that went. And then from here, I'm just trying to fucking figure it out. I'm just winging it every day, brother.
Absolutely, I totally get that, and I'm glad that you got started because honestly, if you and Scott had started doing this, and then because I started watching you guys, and I I don't know, and I had not joined you guys that first time. None of this would be possible. And had you not been very generous and sent me this mic, I would not be doing any of this. So I
Dude,
just
I love hearing that because I mean, between me and Scott, we wanted to have fun. That's the ultimate goal. I mean, yeah, if things take off, that's great. If people watch, if they get involved, that's great. But ultimately, we wanted it to be about our enjoyment. We wanted to bring back. There's been a lot of things in this hobby that's just been kind of a downer, I guess, putting it lightly. And it's just like we want to have fun. We want to bring fun back to it. We want to be those guys. When we started it, we wanted to be like we kept bringing up Friends because we both love Friends. And Friends is that show that you can turn into no matter when, and it just you're there with them. We wanted it to be more about like our personalities and guys wanting to come hang out with us and talk rather than like if we were to start a podcast and it be like talking about Halloween 1, Halloween 2, Halloween 3, 13 episodes in and we're fucking done. that would We didn't want it to be like that. We wanted it to be a weekly thing where you could tune into our man caves and just be guys and girls and hang out, talk about whatever you want to.
Oh yeah. All right, so let's see. What vehicle from a movie or a TV show would you love to own and why?
Oh gosh. You know how big me and cars are, man. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Oh, there's so many. Is it one?
Well, okay, let's say three. How about three?
Three. Okay, I can do three. I can do three. Um, the RX-7 from the first Fast and Furious, the red one with the Veil side body kit.
Ooh.
That one for sure. I fell in love with that car immediately as soon as I saw it. Um, oh God. The Mercury from Cobra. Remember the gray the
No,
gray old bodied Mercury from Cobra, the Sylvester Stallone movie.
actually, I've not seen that one.
I have to have that one. I fell in love with that car as soon as I don't even remember how old I was, but as soon as he flipped that switch and hit that nitrous button and fucking took off, I was like, holy shit, what's happening? And then he was going over the hills and he was hitting the traffic lights. Oh my God, I fell in love with that car immediately. And then wow. Take your pick, either John Wick or Gone in 60 Seconds, but they're both pretty much Eleanor, which is a 1967 Mustang.
Oh, nice.
It's a beautiful car.
Oh yeah. Okay. What are five of your favorite scary movies?
Holy shit. God. Do I include the one that's obvious?
If you want to, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, we'll start with one. It's got to be, I mean, it's 1978 Halloween, of course.
All
It's
right.
got to be. Um, mm, two. Oh God. Is it single movie or can it be like a franchise?
It can be franchises too. So,
Okay, so we'll say number one, Halloween. Number two, oh boy, you know he's my number two, but I don't give him as much love as I should. But Friday the 13th, Jason, you know he's just he's a classic. I mean, you got to. Uh, oh, three. I might surprise some people, but I love Strangers, the
oh
original Stranger.
yes.
I do love it. I mean, that was such a great experience in the movie theater. I mean, I'll put that in three. Wow, four. Four. I'm looking at my DVDs for help.
I know what you mean.
I'm gonna play it safe. It's it, I'll throw Freddy in there.
Okay, cool.
Freddy, gotta have Freddy. Wow, five. Mm. Oof, gosh. This is hard. I don't think I put it into that much of a thought. I'm so just Halloween and I like live, eat, and breathe it. Damn. I got nothing. Give me something, Jake. I don't know.
Okay. How do you feel about Night of the Creeps?
Night of the Creeps. What is that? Remind me of that.
Uh, Tom. okay, it has Tom Atkins in it. It takes place on a college campus. These slug-like creatures um um i- invade people's minds, take over, and they become,
Really?
screaming like banshees.
You know what? I'm gonna go with the Hitcher. I'm gonna go with the Hitcher.
And I know you got to be talking about the superior 2009 remake, right?
No, no.
Okay.
That is tough, man. I mean, movies individually, I can do that all day long because I have such an extensive, but putting franchises, man, that's rough. There's so many, I love so many of them. Then you have some that like are borderline horror, but they're not really because they're an actual movie. Like, some people consider like The Passenger or like The Crow, like borderline horror. And it's like, no, that's not horror. I don't consider it that, at least.
No,
Maybe
no. All right. What was the first gaming console that you owned?
oh Lord. Atari 2600.
Hell yeah.
The with the one button in the analog stick. Oh yeah. And then I got a Nintendo and my life was changed forever.
Oh, man.
I've had probably every system since then. I'm a big video game nerd.
All right.
Speaking of, have you gotten any what are you on right now? What console are you on?
Uh, PS5 and the Switch.
Are you? Okay. Have you played Helldivers 2?
No.
Oh man, I've been playing the shit out of that lately. It's so good. But I've been streaming that. Dude, we could stream it sometime and just play that. That thing is fun.
Some
Look into Helldivers. I'll send you a link for it.
divers. Okay. Well, okay. What are five of your favorite games? They can be current games or games from the past.
Wow. Shit.
I know I'm putting you on the spot here.
Oh man. You gotta have Zelda, Ocarina of Time.
Ooh.
Gotta have that in there. Super Mario's 3. You have to have that in there. Um, wow. Halo. You have to have Halo in there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Um, mm, wow. It's like I'm going blank on so many things. Like
Oh,
if we were just sitting at the bar, this would come so natural.
yeah. Well,
Oh,
cheers.
um, hmm. I'm gonna throw Destiny in there because I've been playing it for so long. I've been playing it since it launched. It's been a big part of my life. It's not doing so good right now, but it's hopefully it comes back. Was that 4?
Yeah.
5? Hmm. Hmm. Feel like I got to throw a big name in there. Mm, I'm gonna say Tekken.
Ooh.
I'm a big Tekken fan. I'm a big fighting fan. It was close between Street Fighter and Tekken, but Tekken's my love.
Man. Tekken 8 recently came out, right?
Yes, sir.
I need to get that.
I've been playing a lot of that. It's so damn good. Ridiculously good. But I don't have a PS5. I have an Xbox and then I have the PC. But I think we can play on between PC and PS5. I don't know why they won't let Xbox in the mix, but they, for some reason, PlayStation does not like Xbox.
They should, man.
I agree. Everybody should play together.
Yeah. Okay. Who's your favorite poet and why?
Oh God. Mm. I'd have to say E. Cummings. Um, man, I got some runner ups there, but the stuff he writes, I mean, Walt Whitman's great too. Maya Angelou, like, mm. There's a guy named Rumi. He's a 12th century poet. He's really, really old. You wouldn't think he would write about the things that are relevant today, but he's a really good poet as well. But yeah, E. Cummings, I'll go with him.
E. Cummings. Cool. Is there a certain poem that you can think of his that you like? You know.
Oof. Right off the bat, no, I can't.
Okay.
I I used to read the books all the time. I got to be honest. I travel so much and I work so much. I haven't read one in a while, but he's still like my favorite.
Right on. All right. What are five of your favorite DMX songs?
Oh shit. Oh buddy. Let me get the phone out here real fast.
No problem.
I mean, I could skip right to them if you were here with me, but I'm gonna have to look up the names of the songs.
Cool.
Oh, good lord. I mean, we're talking about a whole bunch of features. We're talking about like, oh my god, so many albums. Um, Convo. It's number, it's track number 18 on It's Dark and Hell's Hot. It's got to be the Convo. Number 9 is Damien on It's Dark and Hell's Hot. Uh, 5. Shit. Oh my. This is a tall order, my friend. Oh my lord. Oh god, it's got to be on, and then there was X, which was his what was that, his third album? Yeah, album. There's a song called Fame on that. It's track number 4 on there. Oh god. And damn. Sorry it's taking so long.
No problem.
Oh, this is hard, man. Because some of his songs, he just had a certain, a cadence, a flow to the bars that he was putting down, and then some of them, it's just written so eloquently and so beautifully that the lyrics made up the song, and then some of it is like, damn, that's a good beat. Like, oh, so many things are going through my head right now. Uh, I'll say number 5 is off of his 5th album, which was Grand Champ. I'll say the first track there, it was called Dog Intro. Got a nice picture of a pit bull there.
Oh, nice.
That's safe. That's safe. I'll go with that. That is, God, I felt like that was like life or death right there. And I was starting to sweat. Shit.
All right, here's an easier question. What toppings do you like on your pizza?
Ooh. Man, I love me some pizza. Um, I've started watching a lot. You ever watch Dave Portnoy
No.
on well, he's on Instagram and he's on YouTube, but he has a one bite pizza review and he goes all around the country, even into like other countries sometimes. He goes to Italy and stuff like that. But he goes and he pretty much he's just got a one bite review and then he'll give a score based on other pizzas that he's had around the country. I've started to watch that a lot, and I really agree with his tactic. He he's pretty much like a baseline is just cheese pizza. Everywhere he goes, it has to be a cheese pizza because you rate it by the base, the structure of the pizza. So for me, if I can have a cheese with pepperoni, I'm happy. Pepperoni is about as far as I go. But yeah, I mean, I'm good with cheese too, just a regular cheese.
Oh yeah,
Really gives you the taste of the sauce and everything. You get to see what's actually going on, you know?
absolutely.
Either that or I'm just a plain motherfucker.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Although I may start calling you Kevin every now and then, like a Kevin McAllister.
One cheese pizza, please.
Okay. What's your favorite piece of physical media that you own?
Oh my. Wow.
Or something close to it. It doesn't have to be your favorite. That's a hard question.
Okay. I had an answer, but I've changed it because I just recently got this. Can I pull it out real fast? I'll
Yeah.
show it to you.
Ooh.
I'm back.
Oh.
So this is actually a gift. It's something I've always kind of wanted and have looked for a long time and never really found, at least for a reasonable price. And I'm sure you can imagine who actually bought it for me for my birthday, Mr. Scott Kennard, the other half of the man cave.
Oh yeah. Oh, nice.
It's actually the first album on vinyl. Stark and Hell is Hot, unopened because I could not open it. And I believe he had it shipped here from Australia, he said. But it's going in a box and it's going up on the wall. I can't open that. That's I'll go with that. That's my favorite right now.
Oh yeah. That is badass.
Means a lot. Means a lot to me.
Absolutely. Okay. If you were going to introduce someone to the horror genre, what movie would you start with?
Oh Lord. Ignoring 78, right?
Right.
Ignoring 78. Mm. Hmm. Nowadays, um, what's it called? Hang on. hit me with hit me with some tough ones here.
All right.
Ooh, ooh. Hmm. Hmm. Damn. Hmm. Jake, I don't know.
All right, man. That's cool.
Black Christmas. How about that?
Oh, hell yes. 1974. Wait, 70. Yeah.
74. Yes. Yes, you are correct. Black Christmas. How about that?
Great choice. Oh my God. So creepy. And the phone calls, let me lick it. I won't go any further. Yeah, yeah. My God.
That's so tough because you want a movie that covers so many areas. I don't that yeah, can you edit that out? Because it took me a minute there. I don't
Yes, I can.
yeah,
Yes,
that's gotta be. I mean, yeah, that's fair. I'll say that.
that's a great choice.
Black Christmas or Sleepaway Camp.
Sleepaway Camp, not another classic.
That would be good too. It's got to be something old, right? Can't be
Yeah.
nothing new.
Oh yeah.
All this trash they're coming out with.
God, I know. Oh, excuse me. Maybe I should edit that out.
How is that going? Because I'm honestly very curious because I haven't really been editing myself recently. Is it, you know, I'm not an editor for sure, so I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Is it tough?
Yeah. YouTube has it's like a an editing tab in a YouTube Studio that so it's somewhat easy, but I don't know. I'm still learning it, So
Okay, so they go through and they like find the dead air, then they probably cut that out and then move on to the answer. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
yeah,
I gotta figure that shit out myself.
man, it's confusing.
What else, man?
Well, okay, between Alien Romulus and that In a Violent Nature, which movie are you looking forward to seeing more?
Oh yeah. Oh man. I'm gonna come out at left field with it. And I think I'm gonna go with In a Violent Nature.
All right.
I mean, I want to see Romulus so bad.
Oh yeah. Same
Um, but man, that something about what they're doing with like the over the shoulder, like third person view of the like from the killer's perspective, that's fucking cool, man. I don't know. It just sounds like they're giving context to the whole the idea of there is no point. It's scarier when there's no reason.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So I think that's what I want to. I've seen enough xenomorphs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm excited for the new direction, but the concept, the idea has been done so many times.
Right.
So I feel like Violent Nature is going to do something we haven't maybe seen at least in a while.
I like
That's
it.
what, yeah. What about you?
Um, for sure in Violent Nature. I feel like to your point, we know we know the concept of Alien, and like you said, that there's been numerous films, but although this one looks to be the best in a while of films that haven't been that great, but in Violent Nature, it looks like it's doing something like you said we haven't seen in a while, but something different too. They're creating something original. So
Yeah, it's like kind of like the perspective they're giving it, I guess. I don't know, like when that one chick turned around and she started yelling. Normally, a horror movie would like concentrate on the girl, but they didn't break from the killer. I thought that was kind of cool. I don't know. Maybe
Definitely.
I'm just full of shit.
Nah, you're good, but it just looks really good and just something that we need,
Oh yeah.
and not another remake or just something. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. No more of the remake trains, No more fucking exorcists.
No,
I fell asleep. Did you watch that?
no, not yet. I don't know if I will.
I really fucking tried. I tried, man, and I just fell asleep. Couldn't do it. Fucking killed me. Ugh. It's like he doesn't even try anymore. Mm.
Damn.
Fucking David Gordon Green.
Yeah, like Halloween 2018 was fun, and then he got kind of lazy with Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends, especially. Although for Kills, I will say that it was more entertaining than Ends, and there was some great kills, and so it does have that going for it, I guess.
Kills is okay.
Yeah.
Um, you got to get past certain stuff, but I'm totally in agreement with you. If I'm gonna watch one, it's probably gonna be 2018, just for the cat and mouse at the end. The last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That was great. That was what ends should have been. It should have been, but an entire movie of it. I know what he was trying to do, and I know he was trying to create something different that we haven't seen, but it just no didn't work. It fell flat, which I feel bad for that Corey Cunningham guy.
Oh yeah,
Because he did good at Rory. What was his name?
Rohan Campbell.
Rowan Campbell. He did good. I mean, maybe if they would have introduced him in like at least kills, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You can't just throw him on us and then make a whole movie about him. It's like, what the fuck? Where is this guy? What is where the fuck did he come from?
And expect us to feel something for him.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Like this just came to came off the top of my head. Let's say they invite him in and kills, and his mom got killed by Michael Myers or something like that. Even though she was a character in or something, they could have done something like that to make then 4 years later, we would say, hey, we know this dude. His mom got killed by Michael Myers, and here he is. We feel bad for him. I don't know.
They could have easily done that. They could have split that character arc easily with the mob scene. Throw his mom in there. So
Yes.
many fucking people got murdered. We don't fucking know. Throw his mom in there. He's grown up an orphan. I don't know. Make him. I brought this up with Scott one time, which was they could have kept the same concept going on. Because if you watch 78, it's just kind of Michael lurking in the back, and that's what we love about it. So like continue Corey's story, like break him off, break his character arc in kills, have him grow up and ends, and then have Michael stalking in the background, and then eventually, you know, Corey becomes the evil that David Gordon Green wanted him to become, but you know, Michael's in the background the whole time. Don't the whole transference of evil thing just fucking did not work.
No.
It was god awful. I mean, the whole black eyes, the whole bullshit, it just took away so much from Michael and it just fucking killed it. It made it seem like it was possible for someone else to become Michael, and that defeats the whole point. Michael is supposed to be an entity. He's supposed to be the wind. He's supposed to be a force of nature. He's not supposed to be that. You're not supposed to quantify Michael. I don't know. I'd go down so many crazy paths with that, man.
Right.
It was divisive. It split. I feel like it split the community. I feel like some people like it and some people hate it with every ounce of their being. I'm kind of over here with hating it. I hate it. But especially that scene when he fucking does the thing with Michael and they're tussling and rolling around on the ground and all that shit and he's talking to him. I've heard so many discussions here lately in the community with people saying that it was the evil talking to them both.
Really?
Yeah, and they're trying to like put a positive spin on it like no, this was genius because the evil's talking about Michael's body versus Corey's body. Like, you're an old man. I don't need you anymore. I have this new body.
Ooh, okay.
Fucking hate it. I fucking hate that. That's the newest topic of discussion or whatever, but I fucking hate it. It takes everything away from Michael. It takes what he is all away and it just turns him into this old man. I don't, and then it, you ever see that movie, that Denzel Washington movie, where he transfers the evil?
Fallen.
Fallen.
Yes.
It, that was like Fallen.
You're right.
It was like an entity or a spirit that got put into different people. I hate that shit. That takes everything away from Michael. He's not supposed to do that.
No.
Kills it. I don't like it. Sorry, Debbie Downer. Sorry.
No, sir. I don't like it.
Mm-mm. You can take this back, sir. I will have my money exchanged.
Okay, so I know you're a fan of H6, like me. It, it if you could change anything to fix it, what would you change?
Just eight H6.
Yeah, just H6. But
Mm. The recasting of Daniel Harris and Jamie dying right in the beginning. I think that's what I'd change. Other than that, I love everything about that movie.
same here.
I can't lie. The atmosphere, Michael, The Mask, George P. Wilbur, Marianne Hagen, Paul Rudd.
Yes,
What's not to love about that movie? I love that movie.
exactly. It's just so fun.
It's fun. It's involving. It sucks you into the story. It makes you feel like you're in like October. You know, you get a little chill. I mean, it's great. It's perfect. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
We haven't had a mask that menacing since, 78.
No,
I'll
and
I'll defend that movie till I die. I don't care.
well, thank God we're like-minded. Yes, I would too. It's just such it's a good movie. It's entertaining. You're not bored, and like you said, the story. It's I don't know. It's
That was the first Halloween that I saw in the theaters, so it's probably got a special place in my heart because of that. Because experiencing Michael on the big screen was like, I was a little kid. I was like 12 years old, you know, 12, 14. I forget what I was, but yeah, I mean I had seen him on TV, since I can remember. My mom is a big Halloween fan. So she's shown me it since I can remember. Since I was like 3 years old, I've seen Halloween 1 and 2. We always watched it every Halloween. But yeah, just when 6 came out in 1995 is like, that was my first time seeing him on the big screen. It was so vicious. And so when he took that nurse's head and planted it in the spike, dude, I was just sitting there. I was a little kid. I was like, I was like, I'm not supposed to be here. It was great. It was great. I love it.
all right. I, it was the first Halloween that I watched by myself. I was in my parents' bedroom though, so I was safe, and I was 7, and it was great though. So yeah.
So good, man.
And
I love
George P. Wilbur is an underrated Michael Myers. I think people don't appreciate him enough. And the like in four, they're talking about the shoulder pads. Who cares? He looked good. I don't see what people's problem is with George P. Wilbur. Rest in peace, by the way.
it. It's Nick Castle, Dick Warlock, and George P. For me.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that dude. Well, ooh, God, I feel bad right now. Can't believe I did that. Ooh, James Jude. Man, I've met him 3 times now. Sweetheart of a guy. He's just a real good guy. Damn, I feel bad now. It's got to be though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, James Jude's got to be number 4. But and that hurts to say because he's such a great guy. But I can't put him above George P. I don't think. And I never met George P.
No, me neither. Unfortunately.
Oh well,
Yeah.
you know. I tried to meet DMX several times too, and I never got to. We live with it, right?
Right.
Hey, I do have a proposal for you. How many more questions you got?
That's. I was gonna have some more, but I forgot to write them
Oh
down.
no, keep going.
Okay.
I didn't know if you had reached the end yet.
Um, I have. Shit.
You have? Because
Yeah.
I was gonna say Scott just got a new gift. He would really probably love to show you.
Oh, cool.
We should invite him in.
Sure.
Be a cool little segue.
Yeah. Let me just where is the
Messaging him right now.
okay.
We'll see. I don't know. He FaceTimed me while we were talking and I didn't answer.
Oh, on Gmail.
Let's keep it going here. You got any other off the cuff questions? Music related. What you heard any good
Ooh.
music lately?
Um, I've been this. Man, I've been getting into My Chemical Romance. They're really good.
I was gonna ask what had you heard so far, music wise, like songs or albums?
Uh, Songs. Summertime. The
Oh
Ghost of
yeah,
You.
I love Summertime.
Oh, so good. I Don't Love You is. I love that one too. Like I posted. I, I'm not okay is just
Ah,
good
yes.
too.
Yes.
And the classic one that I Welcome to the Black Parade. That one is just yeah. Okay. So that is it a band or a group? The Deftones.
Oh, it's a group. Yeah, it's a band. They're a little little heavy, but in my teenager angst filled growing up years, it was a good outlet for me. Chino Marino is the lead singer of that, and he's a great vocalist, but yeah, he just kind of lives in the way he intertwines his voice with like hard metal. I've always loved. It's so melodic, like hearing with so much chaos going on in the background, and he just kind of sings in between it. He's so good. I've always loved that band.
All right.
Deftones are. Do you listen to harder stuff?
Not really, but I'll listen to anything once, and go from there.
Like they do slower things. Perfect song for you, I feel like would be Passenger.
Passenger.
Passenger. I feel like you'd love Passenger. It's just a nice chill song. I mean, you play it in the car when you're driving around on a dark night. It's great. It's perfect.
Ooh, okay.
Passenger is good. Uh this song Simple Man. Do you like Simple Man?
Oh yeah.
They've covered that a few times. Um mm, I mm. You'll progressively as you start listening to them, you'll get into their harder stuff, and you may like it, you may not. I don't know, but Deftones is huge for me. They're just a good band. But MCR, man, if you if I can send you anything that may keep you going on that train, I think they're like conceptualized, like that Black Parade album, that concept album about death. I mean, it was so good. It's so upbeat and so like just good feeling that you wouldn't think that they're talking about death half the time. But all their songs, if you analyze the lyrics, I mean, that's what they're singing about almost the entire time. So damn good. I love stuff that has an underlying tone to it where they've written it into the lyrics, but they make it upbeat with like BPMs and stuff like that, and you don't even notice until you go back and listen to it. I love stuff like that, like subtle stuff. Um, can you? Scott's asking if you can send him a invite.
Yeah,
I,
I thought.
I sent him the number, but I don't know if he can use it. He's really excited about something, so I figured it'd be really cool if he showed you.
Oh yeah. Oh,
It's pretty fucking awesome.
come on, damn it.
If I didn't say so, those were tough questions, man. Good questions.
Hey, thanks.
I mean, that was I don't think I've had it put in those contexts, or at least like not, you know, put on me in the moment to decide. I could not decide. I was like, fuck, this is rough.
Well, thanks for coming on. I should have had you on sooner, man. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, we you know, we got we got crazy stuff going on. No problem at all. Well, I'll tell you what would be cool though. You're in a Bowling Green, is that right?
Yeah,
You should come down sometime, man. Hang out, man cave,
that would be awesome.
chill out.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I got this whole area here is like a 3,000 square foot man paradise here. The other house is way over there. So I mean, need to stay the night or whatever. It's not a problem.
That'd be cool. Hmm. Oh, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, what is connecting to how about hmm.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know that dude.
Hey, I was gonna ask you, how's that? How you are you enjoying that, Mike? Do you like it? Is it
Yes, I
working out?
do. Oh
I
yeah,
haven't. I've not. Your audio sounds pretty good.
good. Well, welcome, Mr. Kennard, to an Eye for Horror.
The other half.
Yes, most excellent badass podcasting duo. This is the Man Cave. Uh,
I'm gonna introduce him as that. My other half.
I like it.
Wish they'd make it that simple.
Hey,
Hey, it's my other half.
Hi.
howdy.
What's going
So
on?
what's going on? I should be asking you guys. What's going on with you guys? Are you in the middle of a interview there, Mister? An eye for horror?
Well, the interview was concluding, then from there we just kind of have just been shooting the shit, in our man caves.
And he's
Gotcha.
conducted quite a nice little session here. He's been a gracious host. I do appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate you coming.
Sorry, I'm just now joining. And I was in the bathroom.
TCB, got it.
So how's everybody week? Since I'm just catching up with this meeting, how's your week's been so far, Jake? I understand you had a. Sorry, I was gonna follow up with the Nightmare on Elm Street.
Um, yes, I'm going to be interviewing Ken Sagos, Kincaid from A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and 4.
Oh wow.
And actually, he created a comic book, and he has and I just read it. It's really fun actually, and he has a poster deal with it too. But he signed it and everything and inscribed it. But he helps kids. He sends kids to camp, and he pays for kids school books to go to college. And
Yeah.
Damn, that's awesome.
yeah, he's so I need to. I should have been more prepared for this, but to talk about it. But I just want to mention that real quick. I'll do a video about it. But yeah.
Well, hell, that's I mean, that's dear Lord. We all know inflation goes up every 5 minutes. I can't imagine how much books cost for college this day and age.
Right.
It's got to be. I mean, interest rates are high on the home. Probably interest rates books are just as high. Speaking of college, I know there's been a lot of talk about how's the world going to survive without P. Diddy, but I guess there's been some other drama that just happened recently. Remember Pootie or what was the I guess it was on A&E or whatever. The little girl that was like a model or something.
Honey
and her mother was Honey Boo Boo. Yeah. Honey Boo Boo is apparently going after her mom. Her mom lied to her about all the money that she supposedly has saved. There's a law that when a child reaches the age of an adult, they could get that money that was held back. Well, her mom basically blew it all on drugs.
So Britney Spears version 2.
Yeah. And on top of all that, they're making another reality show out.
That's god
They're
awful.
actually, yeah. I was just basically waking up, getting my coffee ready, and I thought this was like old news, and apparently this is recent shit. And
Honey Boo Boo.
Yeah, she's going after her mom's ass. Her mom apparently, she admits that she snorted like $1 million worth of cocaine.
Hell yeah.
Dear.
Fuck yeah. Rock star. Hell yeah. She's getting it.
Say hello to my little friend.
Damn, man. What's wrong with these parents? Damn.
Hey, Jake.
Yeah.
I'm always bringing late news to our podcast, so I'm bringing some recent stuff to your podcast.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the help.
Yeah. An eye for horror. Like I want, what is her name again? Pootie Pie?
I thought you were going to say Pootie Tang. I swear.
Pootie Tang. Pootie Tang. Yeah. Pootie Tang's got more class than Diddy. Sadate.
That's fucking awful.
On the Capital. On the Capital.
That's damn.
So, Scott,
fucking awful.
Chris mentioned that you're very excited about something.
Yeah, I got a boner this morning.
Fuck yeah, bro. Me too. Hell yeah.
By the way, the Zoom quality is looking just as good as another certain service.
What would you rate the scale of the woodness? Was it
basswood?
Basswood. Basswood. I was a solid redwood.
No, I was glad to hear. I was glad to hear that this was basswood.
I was red oak.
When it comes to wood, I don't know. Hard or soft, guys? What do you think?
What?
Oh, it's definitely hard, and I'm thankful it was hard. There's no doubt about it. I got it. Speaking of hard, it's been hard on me waiting to do this unboxing on a future podcast. So I'll just have to wait. As you can tell, it's huge.
Well, that's not mask size.
All right. This isn't Jake. This isn't about me, but yes, on all seriousness, I received something this morning that I actually ordered exactly a week ago, and I was not expecting. Oh yeah. Oh God, yeah. It's just, and this is no kidding. This was a part of a major bucket list of mine. A major bucket list of mine. It is sitting right behind me, but it's actually going to be sitting by my bar in the future. You'd think it would go in here, but yeah, nah, it's just not enough. As you can see, you wouldn't be able to see it anyways. I know I'm making this all about me, but man, I'm telling you.
This is my fault because I was really like I was talking to Jake and we were nearing the end and I was like, oh, you know what might be kind of cool. Scott's real excited right now. Maybe we should show it off.
2 hints. Shirt I'm wearing, and I had to go down to the old Dayton Mall area to buy one of these.
Fender, yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know jack shit about this particular model. I was actually looking for a Marshall, and they didn't have it. They did have a used Marshall of this size, the same price as a new one. I'm like, then I was like, what's about these Fenders over here? Hey, it's called a Fender Mustang. Ah, fuck it. It's $20 cheaper than what I was looking for in the first place. And the Fender, pretty much a no name. And I learned more about it when I got home. And I'll tell you what, wow, it turned out pretty good. Now,
yeah.
There's more to this, obviously. Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done unboxings before. I
I was wondering, what is the inlay right there on the bridge?
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that, Chris? I'm sorry.
What is the inlay on the bridge right there? I can't make out. Is there a symbol on the
Okay.
on the neck right there?
Basically, on this pickup here,
Mm-hmm.
it's no good. It's absolutely no good. When Edward was basically creating this monster, he wasn't, because it's actually a part Fender and a Gibson.
Frank, right? Yes.
Yeah, it's so funny. Wolfgang actually on a recent podcast cleared it up, and I'm damn it, I wish I could think of his name right now. The gentleman who's the elite guitarist from the Foo Fighters, he's been with them for a while now. I cannot think of his name. But anyways, he had a podcast with Wolfgang, and they were talking about on his second album the song that Wolfie was really, where actually he got out his dad's original, which was on the first album cover, the black and white, which was converted into this. It talks about, the basics behind the Floyd Rose, what his dad did to it, to modify it, to basically keep it from going out of tune and breaking all the time. He actually, a lot of people don't realize this, but Edward also played violin, and he basically was thinking about a violin, and he added some parts from a violin to the Floyd Rose. That's basically what he kind of patented and modified. But lost my train of thought. Yeah, Woofy talked about how the one particular song from the second album, how he brought out his dad's original Frankenstein and the original Marshall that they recorded a couple songs from the first two albums. And that song was basically dedicated to his dad as he does this. When I first heard it, I'm like, holy shit, that's got to be his dad's guitar. Sure shit. Not only was his guitar, but the original Marshall that he recorded those songs on. But this is a replica. This is not one that, well, when they first introduced these to the public, the actual in 2006, if you were going to buy one, it was around $25,000. And it was to the fine. Even Edward was confused. He didn't know the difference between the replicas from his. I mean, he actually had to have some to sign the back of it. I know, yes, Edward did put these at a truck stop. He got these and he put them on the back of his guitar to reflect off the lights and the concerts and all that shit. So that's cool right there.
That's killer, man.
But anyway, Yeah, the Stripe series that they have, which this is of course included, it's $2,000. No, this isn't from E EVH Gear where I go online or anybody can go online. It's kind of like Apple. If you see a certain product from Apple, let's say it's $300, it's $300 everywhere. That's the same thing with the EVH from Fenders. I did not buy this from Fender. I bought it from another company that are basically, well, Chris, you understand the mask industry out there from the independent mask makers, how things are underground.
Uh-huh.
Well, stuff like this is going underground too.
I can
And when
appreciate that. So this is an indie artist.
yes.
Okay.
And what I paid for is about the price of what I would have paid for a mask back in 2017. So I was just like, I was losing sleep for like 2 or 3 days. Should I? Am I? And I did. Checked out a ton of reviews. Got from this seller and looked at the warehouse. The seller got back with me right away when I was asking questions, which was a big plus there. Other customer reviews, 4.8 star ratings. And the fact that I got this a week later.
Yeah, no, that's fucking cool. And the pickups, I mean, it's fully functional, right?
Yeah,
That's why you
Floyd.
bought the amp with it. I mean, everything, whammy bar, everything works fine, right? That's fucking
Yeah, I'd
cool,
love
man.
to take this to actual professional to have them check it out to make sure everything. Yeah, because in all honesty, the only guitars I've ever played in my lifetime were acoustic. I'm not
Same.
really familiar, and I would like to have someone who has more of a knowledge. Sorry, Jake, for dwelling on this shit on your podcast, I funny thing it is, I even ordered off of the Van Halen store. I wanted to get a real Eddie Van Halen strap because they're real comfortable and all that. And after I got the strap, like, oh shit, because as you can see, there's like basically these hooks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get a hardware store, and the strap didn't come with this right here. So I'm looking online. I'm like, well, I'll just have to get some on Amazon, or I'll go up to Lowe's. But then again, I probably should wait till I get this, the guitar or the strap. I'm sorry. That way I know what size to get. Well, when this came in this morning, I mean, it's so funny, Chris. I was talking to you about the idea. I don't want to share now because I don't want to ruin it, for some, well, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Sure shit. I opened up the front door to check my mail, and there's this styrofoam wrapped series. I'm like, oh my fucking God. I almost didn't want to touch it because I was scared for a second. I mean, this thing was shipped. I mean, it was all styrofoam.
That's why he has 4.8 stars.
This thing got here quicker than if I were to order a t-shirt from Redbubble.
Well,
so
I'm excited for you. I wanted to say congratulations personally. I mean, it's fucking cool that we can cross stuff like that off of our collectors, our bucket list. You know what I mean? I think it's great.
I was told, go ahead. Sorry, Jake.
All right, no. I was sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
Oh no, I'm done.
I was just gonna say to your point, Scott, congratulations, man. That thing is badass. Now, can you demonstrate how it works? Play something.
I could, in all honesty, I could probably demonstrate better on an acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
I could a little bit if I plug this in to the amp and all that. I'm actually still learning my amp right now too. I guess according to this amp that I have, I could plug. Maybe this is something that's been around for a long time, but it's got a USB where I could plug like my phone and play along to some music.
Oh, cool.
It has a tuner. Some other time I'll as I learn a little bit, because right now I'm actually trying to get some muscle memory back. Here's the thing, guys. I'm left-handed, and this is a right-hand guitar, and I've always kind of been confused in a way of what I should do. But I know more chords right-handed, and I'm trying to get my muscle memory back. there's an exercise basically called a spider, and
Mhm.
it's hard to get that down. It's been probably, God, 8 years since I've really worked on that. And because I've only just played with chords. And it's so funny because they always say electric guitar is so much easier because the strings are easier and softer and the fretboard's smaller. So I'm kind of trying to get the muscle memory down on this. It's a good problem to have. You know, who wants to you want to learn this stuff. You don't want to just pick it up and go, oh, okay, cool. Wow, I'm a
Right.
rock star. No. This is for my own personal use. This is not about me wanting to join a band in the future. This is just something I want to do for my own personal, like, yeah, you know what? This is another way of enjoying music that you like. You know, you could just get lost and learn the songs that you want to learn,
No,
and
it's just like those masks. I mean, you walk into a room. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but it puts a smile on my face, you know?
oh yeah.
And that's what it's all about, man.
I mean, I was told years and years ago, whenever I'd finally get this bad boy, I'd probably sleep with it. Now that I have it, I'm afraid to have it next to me because I'm afraid I'd hurt it.
Uh,
um, so yes, to round it about, I did have a nice hard woody this morning, some basswood.
Mine's still red.
So that's mine. Yeah, I think the cool thing of it is now I don't have to worry about this little guy right here. Hell, this is just a basic strap that you would probably have on a purse or whatever you call it. I'm just going to take these off of it and put it on that strap that I got coming in. Might as well. Because
Yeah,
I did notice later online, I could go to the website and order these with the screws for $39.95. To hell with that.
damn.
So, all right. Enough
Have you
about me.
have you thought about where you're putting it in
Oh,
the
yeah.
bar location?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Since I'm in the process, thanks, Mother Nature, of wanting to paint my back bar, I actually did a little bit of work on that. It looks a little bit wider. It's hard to describe. In other words, I took the face of it off, and it's another framing, some doors that were there, and I'm going to basically paint it something like this. Well, actually, it's going to mirror more like the bottom part of my bar,
Mm-hmm.
and so there's a lot of taping, as you could tell. The base of it, I'm going to just paint it solid black. But when I said Mother Nature, it got cold again, and I
Oh
wanted to
yeah,
paint
yeah.
this. I wanted to paint this out in the garage, and it'd take forever for it to dry. Even though I'm going to use spray paint, it's just it's supposed to freeze again tonight. So yeah, I'm going to set this right by my bar. And for years, since I've lived here, I've always thought, man, if I had one of these bad boys, and I'm actually going to take my old Budweiser crate that's sitting over there because I was actually setting this on top of it with guitar stands, which are pretty cheap. And with that, I actually do want to, now that I've gotten this, once I get to learn it more, there is an EVH Stealth, a Wolfgang in more recent years. It's like a stealth black. It's about $600, but I want to get one of those bad boys. Getting hooked on this stuff. I even like the little imperfections of the chip, like the paint.
I was going to ask
been,
you from the pictures I was looking at. I was like, he even yeah, he's got the paint chipping and the wear marks down there. Yeah, that's fucking cool.
And you could actually feel as if that was tape, like electrical tape. I mean, you could feel the stripes. It's just, yeah, of course, this was a pick guard, which Eddie cut. And this is the funny thing of it is, this is supposed to say a tone on it. It says volume, which is really the volume control. But Eddie had his was actually, it said tone, and he said, fuck it. He says, I personally thought, yeah, tone, I had to turn it up to give it some tone. And this is an actual quarter right here. He actually drilled a quarter underneath this right here because he was trying to get this to stay up as he was. And the quarter that was on here, or Edwards, was 1971. And do you know how hard it is to find a 1971 quarter?
No idea.
It's harder than what you think. I was looking for one for the longest time, and I found it, and I have it out there by my bar. So when first thing I looked at when I got this in my hand, I'm like, shit, that's a 1967. Oh, fuck it. At least they put the quarter there.
I mean, could you change that out if you wanted to for authenticity?
Yeah, I could take that 71 and basically mock, because the drill holes look pretty damn close to how Eddie had his. I mean, it's just two screws right there. Or I may just leave it alone. It's only me that's going to really notice that. I mean, Jake, I know there's going to be billions of views after this right now. They're going to like, got to change it to 71, but it's just going to be. I just hope a year from now I'm going to feel more confident in this. And then, believe it or not, I'm going to try to learn some Van Halen songs, some easy ones, which are not going to be. Yeah, there's going to be some ones to use, but because I heard someone say, learn the songs that you want to learn, not the ones that they're going to teach you. You know, like Jack and Jill went up the hill to get no, learn the ones that you want to play, which makes sense.
What do you mean? That's like my favorite song.
Well, when I'll tell you what.
What are you trying to say?
Get your triangle out and I'll work on it. Just trying to say is that's a hard song.
Listen, they fetched a pail of water. Jack fell down, broke his crown.
And he broke his fucking crown.
Yeah. Fucking believe that? Because Jack was a fucking king, bro. That song is legend. AF.
Jill.
Not only
he don't know what to do with me right now.
no. But not only was Jack a king, he's the king of the world. Yeah.
Jack. I get Jack. Yeah.
Hold me, Jack. Hold me.
You don't think other than that fucking Jill that pushed Jack down the hill, I don't think I've ever known any other Jills.
Conspiracy?
No, plenty. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna put this down in case I drop it. I'm sober as hell and I may drop it.
Jills are aliens. That's what happens. If you guys haven't picked up, I'm totally full of shit tonight. I'm just fucking around. I've had a little too much to drink. I was nervous because of all of Jake's questions.
Oh yeah, Jake. Those were tough ones, weren't they?
Hell yeah! I had to almost conceptualize and compact my movie and my horror and my music loves. I was sweating.
I asked Jake to go easy on you there, and apparently he's like, whatever.
He said,
I'm going to do it my way. I've got to prepare, so I'm just going to get a hold of Chris. I'm going to, well, you know what? I'm going to practice on his ass. And I guess he got you scared enough to where it's a good thing you don't have any steps to get to from one bar side to the other. Well, yeah, there is probably one step.
It's all good. I got a clear path to alcohol.
I've got all my alcohol in here, actually. Well, no, I still have a refrigerator, by my bar, but all the bottles that were at my bar, they're literally sitting right behind me right now. Because I said I don't want to put them back on the shelf because then I won't paint the damn bar. So, yeah.
Ooh. Well, I thought that'd be cool. I know I hadn't got a chance to really talk to you much today, and I was like, man, might be cool to see that thing.
Yeah, it's I'm happy with it. It's of course it's probably going to be in a, in all serious addiction that I'll get into, but I can think of worse addictions to get into.
Hey, it's better than cocaine.
That's right. That's right. Mama June, $1 million. Damn. I mean,
So,
the thing of it
did
is,
she give an actual dollar amount? Is that even possible to record
well,
$1 million
the
worth of cocaine?
she claims she snorted at least $1 million of cocaine.
It's the most
Yeah.
absurd thing I've ever heard. It's crazy.
And what amazes me is I don't know what network it is, but there's somebody that's said, let's bring them back. A reality show of basically her kids. They need money. And this whatever. I mean, I could see her point. I mean, it's bullshit. I guess they actually started this law here in the United States to protect kid actors way back in the day, like during silent film eras and all that. And her mom, and I, from what they're showing bits and pieces of this reality show, June, whatever, she's trying to defend it like, well, I had to take that money to support all our trips and this and that. And then, of course, the kids, like, I didn't ask for you to go on these trips, for the financial needs and all that. So her mom, obviously, she's just snorted so much cocaine, she literally has no brain cells left. So she's making, coming up with all these excuses. Yeah, this kid wanted, she didn't want to have anything to do with the glam. I mean, hell, she was just a little kid in the first place when they started the show.
Right.
And she wanted to go to college, and now she can't afford to go to college because her mom basically it all away.
Hell yeah. All for the drip. Damn.
So this is the drug part of your podcast, Jake?
Yeah.
We're trying to make it a well-rounded eye for horror episode here. We got the alcohol.
Speaking of
we're working on the drugs. We did the music. What else we got?
You know what? Hey, Jake, can I show off a little bit of what the fuck you're drinking on your podcast?
Yes, please. Scott.
Oh, exciting.
Okay. Try this.
I'm fucking empty.
This is going to be the inspiration of I know all you kids out there, and we're going to have a special podcast on the whole eclipse.
Oh,
and this is going to be we're going to have a spoiler review on the eclipse coming up here soon. So we're actually going to be in tune with trending topics.
I've got my tie-dye shirt ready, and I've bought some mushrooms. I'm ready.
Going to be some interesting stories to share. There's going to be some spoilers out there. So, but Chris, I don't know, or Jake, I don't know when you're going to get this up. So this is blinding by the light, a blinding light show. Hence, if you don't look up there properly, you are going to be blinded. So
she sounds stout.
Yeah. Warpigs.com.
Hell
From out of the
damn.
darkness. Yeah. From out of the darkness comes the light, blinding light. It says show an IPA. It welds a bold citrus and tropical flavors. Ooh, this, as I read it further along, it doesn't sound that dark,
Is that filtered?
Warpig Brewery. I would assume. It's out of Indiana, Munster, Indiana.
That sounds like something I would drink. Man, that sounds good.
Actually, it does. Yeah.
Oh shit! No.
Like, yeah, get it. Oh shit! Get it! Oh,
just cleaned this shit last week from that. Not as bad.
Oh boy!
Damn! They even tapped the top of it.
I hate that.
You're gonna make me go get something else. I don't have anything right now. No, mine's what the fuck you drank.
What the fuck you drink?
It's gone.
I literally the spill. I just cleaned this goddamn coaster and it's already soaked.
Oh no.
Note to self: bring
Right.
a fucking rag out here.
You got yours. You're making me jealous right now. I want something, so I'm gonna go get something.
Okay, I'll wait. And of course, Jake, the host. I'm guessing Mike's Hada lemonade, correct?
Yes, you are correct, sir.
You know, there's nothing wrong if you found something that you love, stick with it. You know.
Absolutely.
All right, good sir.
Okay.
I will see your blinding light, and I will raise you one cosmic slop. Oh, this is a.
All right, I'm gonna.
You do yours. Yes.
It smells just like your average IPA. There's nothing odd about the aroma. I don't smell anything that's
I thought you were going to say something
fruity.
different.
No,
Smells like your asshole.
I'm glad I don't know that. Oh, Chris, I think you'd really like this.
I know I would. From hearing you describe it, I know I would.
It's crisp. It's got that crisp, clean. It's not too strong. It's got a perfect blend to it. And for anybody that does enjoy an IPA, I think you'd be like, this is a safe one, you know? Oh,
That
yeah.
Sounds delicious.
I mean, it has that little bit of an aftertaste, but there's always something good to fix that problem, but it's in a box behind me.
That's when you need your chaser. You need your partner in hand there.
Yeah.
I'm such a bad friend. I encourage bad habits. I'm sorry.
Got a full bottle right here.
Is that Jameson Orange or something else?
Yes, sir. It's Jameson Orange.
All right. I've yet to try that. Yeah.
I've got Cosmic Slop, which is a hazy IPA from Branch and Bone Artisan Ales. And we got some Citra, some Galaxy hops, and juicy, tropical, and citrusy. Whatever the fuck that means.
They're just trying to fancy up citrusy.
You know, I never smelled beer. Liquors, maybe once in a while I smelled those, but since meeting Scott, he's kind of convinced me I need to smell beers as well. Smells like my asshole.
After Taco Tuesday.
Does not taste like my asshole though. It tastes very good. It tastes very good.
Well, how do you know what your asshole tastes like? No.
Yep. That's good. I actually get a little lemon out of that.
Oh, Jake, this has been set up for a perfect short for you, my friend. If you've wanted to figure out how to do it, now's the time to do it.
You're welcome, good sir.
Because I was purposely thinking, well, you know, as being a new dog owner again, I've been reminded how Dozer's able to taste his own ass, but
can you imagine Dozer's beer tastings? Like my ass.
No.
Yes.
I was already out there cleaning up half the yard with a pooper scooper, and I had to stop. Damn it. I had to put the guitar away. It was a really good day today. It really, I can honestly say today felt like I was a kid again. Getting that guitar, fuck it, let's go get that amp.
And those
And
are the good days, sir. I congratulate.
Yeah.
I toast you.
Oh yeah. Shoot.
Toast you on that.
It's been a long time since I've like, wow, man, good day. Been a long time.
Good to hear. Very good to hear.
One of these days, I'm going to crack this bad boy open.
What's that?
My mother actually. This is Jameson. It's aged 12 years. I've had this before, but not from this particular. My mom, the day, actually, it was the first weekend, and the second weekend I moved in here, she brought this over as a housewarming present. She's like, no, I'm not going to do like over the condo where I bought over, your average bottle of Jameson, and where she drank half bottle. But this Jameson, that's just aged. It's really fucking smooth. But this, like I said, I have not opened yet. And maybe I should go get some ice, since that thing behind me.
That's pretty
definitely
fucking. That's pretty
special
fucking,
occasion.
That's slick looking, man. I mean, I've had plenty of Jamesons, but I've not seen that one, I don't think.
And I've always said I was going to open this up for a special occasion. You think the house, blah, blah, blah.
You're right.
But today, like I said, was I'm going to go get some ice and say,
oh my,
fuck yeah.
Oh my.
So
we'll bullshit. We'll talk about assholes.
Okay.
Hey, so Jake, tell me what your asshole tastes like.
Pick it up.
Pizza.
Oh gosh. you know you can't hear that, right?
Yes.
I'm just playing. Whatever happens. I got no problems.
Okay. I mean, I'm still, we're still recording, so
I'm here for the good time and the fun, man.
all right. And I'm very, but I mean, if you guys would never had me on, all this wouldn't have been happening, and I'm glad to have met you guys, even though we haven't actually met yet in person.
We'll change that soon.
Oh yeah.
But if I could spoil it for you, this is kind of this is the person I am in real life. So I'm a messed up dude.
Victims, aren't we all? Try again. Try harder.
Yes.
Sorry, Halloween until mañana. Okay.
Fuck you laughing about? Crackhead. That scene when he jumped off that building and like floated there and then landed and did that, that maniacal fucking Brandon laugh. That was fucking. Ugh. I still get chills when I watch that scene. So fucking beautiful.
A simple, probably 1 second shot where Brandon Lee, where they had the crow fly over his left shoulder. Like I said, it's probably a 1 second shot. There's something about that just looked fucking cool as hell to me.
Yeah.
You guys talking about that bitchy fucking remake they're doing right now?
Ugh.
Fuck that. I mean, it's like, wow, I just took a big old shit from all that crap I ate last night. Come check it out.
Yeah. Not doing it. Not going to see it. Not doing none of it. No. Yeah.
Oh god damn.
Oh, he slammed it. Oh shit.
Right.
Oh boy.
Party animals.
We did stuff. We did a bad thing. Oh,
Oh, hey, the dog's in there snoring. Zach's on his computer. Jake's brought me into an eye for horror. You guys are always bringing up the horrifying shit of a remake of Crow. Um,
you know what
you know,
Jake asked me was uh what film I would pick if I had to introduce someone to horror. And it took me a while, but I was thinking either Black Christmas or Sleepaway Camp. What's your thoughts on those?
Black Christmas.
Black Christmas?
Great question. That's the one I would introduce you because that movie right there, in fact, it's so. I mean, yeah, we know enough of its background. It inspired John Carpenter. It was
Mm-hmm.
and the thing of it is, it was kind of like boom, and it was people forgot about it, and then people go watch not the piece of shit remake, but when you go watch it, you're like, whoa, I could see why people loved that film. It was just creepy as hell. It reminds me of When a Stranger Calls, the original one.
Does, yes.
It just creepy, you know. Yeah, sure. When a Stranger Calls, it's kind of flat in the middle, but you know. But yeah, it's a good question. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I know there's people huge fans of Sleepaway Camp, but my gut instinct, Black Christmas.
Yeah, it took me a while.
Awesome.
I was kind of, there was a few of those questions I was kind of taken back. I mean, it took me, I don't know, a minute or two to answer there, but I was like, yeah, it's got to be.
Jake's a lot
either
more.
one of those.
Jake has got I would, you know, when I've always said an encyclopedia, Jake, I know you're sitting right here, so I guess it's okay to talk about you in front of your face. Your range is really healthy when it comes to the horror. And I hope that as you do this, it progresses more where people get to see how much you don't always just enjoy this one, you know. In other words, you're not just, you don't have tunnel vision on just certain horror films. And, you know, I just think that's very beneficial for you and viewers and, you know, people that may get hooked onto what you're doing, and they'll be inspired to check out other films that you've talked about.
I agree.
Because there's some of the stuff that you've taught that you'll mention that I know I've seen or I've heard about that I didn't see years ago. So, yeah,
that's the great thing about perspective. I feel like Jake has a healthy perspective. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
He just has an eye for horror.
Yeah, he does.
As I see it, I think you're right.
Yeah.
You know, Jake, I want to ask you, since this is your specialty, you know, fuck it. Yeah, it is your specialty. It is right now. I'm going to be lazy. I'm going to take the Halloween franchise. Out of all the Halloween films, I don't give a shit if it's the third one or the 13th one. Which one would you totally fucking say, that's it, I'm taking this one and I'm going to fix it? Because there's something about it that I feel that they should do it my way.
Oh.
Seriously, I was lazy, so I said Halloween.
Okay. I could go the easy route and say Halloween Ends, but I won't, because there's too much to fix in that movie.
Agreed. Agreed.
I'm going to say, well, not the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth, or sixth. How about this? How about Resurrection? Yeah, I would fix Resurrection.
Okay.
What was it? Yeah. You know, Resurrection, as it was, they were trying to do something with that particular time, the era, where they were bringing in the POV perspective, which I respected. You know, I was like, hey, let's try to do so. We got to figure, what can we do? What can we do? Ooh, this whole POV thing's kind of interesting. I would take, if it were me taking Resurrection, I would say, what are we doing today? And there's so many people fucking talking head videos, YouTube, podcast. I don't know necessarily how you would do that, but I would just take today's, I don't know, put away all the other stuff that we poke at, but I'm just trying to think as a whole, you know. I don't know. I guess I would try to do something with that.
So I I have a question for you guys. Uh, I've been kicking around this idea for a horror cosplay for because the horror convention I go to, Motor City Nightmares, has a costume contest that I've always wanted to enter, and I thought of a great idea. Have you guys seen the VHS cover of Sleepaway Camp 2?
I know I have. I can't remember what it looks like. I know
Yeah.
because I can remember seeing so many.
Initially, my knee jerk reaction, I want to say yes, but I feel like I'm a little bit hazy on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It has some random chick that's supposed to be Angela, that's supposed to represent Angela. That she's not in the movie, and it's not Pamela Springsteen. But it essentially it's her with she has a backpack and a Freddy mask and a machete. No, Jason mask and a machete, and it says, "When you go camping, just take the essentials." So
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yes.
so my costume would be the final guy in Sleepaway Camp 2. The camp was Camp Rolling Hills. So I would get. I bought the Camp Rolling Hills T-shirt. I have this Friday the 13th backpack and a Jason Voorhees shirt that says Voorhees. It's almost like a button-up shirt, and I have an actual machete, a Jason mask, and I might buy a Freddy glove, and with my eye patch, I can just say, "Yeah, I'm the final guy. I survived," something like that. Hey,
Yeah.
yeah. So what do y'all think?
You're there's no doubt about it. You sound pretty excited about it. So fuck yeah, I'd do it.
All right.
You're putting a lot of thought into it. So yeah,
Yeah.
you got to do it.
Especially if you're gonna have fun with that. That's all that matters. Like
Oh yeah.
that is so. I feel like all these other people are worried about what everyone's seeing and concerned with. I think you'll have so much more success if you're like actually having fun yourself, and people are going to feed off of that. I think they'll they might come up to you and be like, what is this, and that's so much more interesting than being like, oh yeah, there's another Michael. You know what I mean?
Yes, you're right. I like that.
Yeah, and you saying that, Chris, and maybe you guys can relate to this. I go through phases with those damn white masks where there's times I'm like, I'm kind of bored with it for a while. And then it's like 4 or 5 months later, I start seeing ones that kind of interest me. But I guess that's a good thing because I'm not, I feel like if from my perspective, if I were to look at it through like, say, Instagram, I feel like I'm looking at the same ones over and over and over again.
Yeah.
It's like, and I'm not downgrading what I'm looking at.
No.
And here I am, all of a sudden, going to put Morgan up on a pedestal. At least when you look at what he's doing, it's either something from H1, H2, or it's a Halloween Resurrection. It's an H6. There's always something different that he's doing because somebody's obviously ordering that mask from that movie. So it's like, okay, yes, it sounds like I'm saying everybody else's I'm kind of bored with, but at least when I look at Morgan's, I'm getting a different mask from a different Halloween film.
I think knowing him as we do, I feel like he would love that compliment because that just means he's keeping it interesting. I feel like he would love that.
He's making me, it's like, I don't feel like I want to collect that many more Myers masks because I want to, obviously, as we've talked about it, Chris, and it doesn't matter, Jake, I've told you as well, want to get more involved in the creative part of the aspect of the mask. But Morgan makes me want to contact him and say, damn it, now I want a fucking resurrection mask from you because they look fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
He does. He makes the resurrection mask look fucking badass.
H2O also. And I don't even like the H2O.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's H2O. Great. The movie's better than the fucking, which mask are we talking about here?
The Brad, whatever. I just call it the Brad. I don't know.
Brad was Resurrection.
Is it
with H2O? It's kind of
H2O was oh damn that what it, it was that
There
guy
was two of them.
played
There was two of them.
yeah
Actually, one of the other individuals, I can't think of his damn name. He also played Jason.
Chris Durand was Michael in H2O.
Damn, I muted that one. It was good.
Durand, okay.
Yeah, he was actually. I think they both were at Whorehound. What, 2 years ago?
I don't care for those, honestly. I just skipped right over those. I don't. It's okay.
I just remember seeing him there. Speaking of which, I'm starting to see a lot of when I do. I mean, today I'm getting, of course. I don't know who this is. Wait a minute, maybe I do, because I post one thing on Instagram with that Van Halen stuff. I started noticing more. I forgot what the fuck I was talking about, but oh yeah. Now I'm gonna go ahead and say it here, Jake, if you don't mind.
No.
As we all know, everybody loves James Carter's work, JC, but it's kind of like, okay, I get it. You're fantastic at doing an H2. But it's a customer's mask, so he's got to, he's got to say, hey, it's done. Here it is.
Right.
And sometimes it's kind of like, yeah, it looks great, but god damn, man. I don't know. It's just maybe it's either me bitching because I don't have one, or out of jealousy, or is it just like, yeah, I'm more fascinated with fucking music and guitars right now. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. Maybe that's what it is.
Well, ebb and flow. We all have our interests that we go in and out of.
Although I wasn't impressed with the Depeche Mode's release today. Sorry.
With the what?
I wasn't impressed with Depeche Mode's release today. So, nah, not important here.
I had a big week. There was quite a few there. Well, I'm not gonna. I'll wait. I'll wait to do that.
Yeah.
Jake, you take the reins, bro. We're on your channel.
Yeah, it's your podcast. It's a habit for Christmas.
I know. I went right back into the same flow. My bad.
It's all good.
It is bad. I'm sorry. I kind of feel like, well, it's because I'm sitting in the same spot. Looking.
I know. I even
Sorry,
said that to
folks.
him earlier. I was like, I'm so used to us doing our thing. I don't know.
Well, it's all good because we all flow and gel very well with. So like, I don't know. Yeah, it's all good.
Okay, horror. Here we go.
I have asked Jake to come down and hang out in the man cave with us. So we'll see how that goes.
It's only about a little over an hour. Yeah, we can manage that somehow.
Yes, yes, we can. I got some work I can go do up in the northern parts, and I'll just bring you down with us.
There you go. We can hop in his Chris's work truck. We'll put you in the back. We'll put a cover over you, Jake. They won't notice you on our way back down south.
Don't you worry, Jake. I got you. There's room enough for you.
Just put this Maxwell shirt on. No one will notice.
Oh yeah.
Now get down.
Here we go, Jake. I got a horror one for you.
Okay.
Did you go see a certain film here recently where you joined us, where you were meeting us in a man cave on a so-called spoiler of Late Night with the Devil?
Not yet, but potentially this on Sunday. I'm hoping to check it out. I'm dying to see it.
I haven't seen it either, but I did see Shudder's release date. They're gonna have it on Shudder here soon.
Oh,
if you don't get to the theaters to see it.
Yeah, you'll be fine either way. I mean, it's not one of these type of films. I mean, yeah, it's great to go see it on the big screen, but it's not one of those like it's a must see on the big screen. But if you can, shit, go for it. What's the other one? The trailer with the guy that makes you think of the Friday the 13th is coming out in May.
Oh, buddy. Yeah. Yeah.
In a Violent Nature.
Yes, thank you. That right there, I think is going to be something either really holy shit or wow, I was disappointed. It's got to go either way, I think.
I think you're right, but I'm hoping more holy shit, you know?
Yeah. I'm hyped.
Yeah.
I'm hyped for it. I think it's going to give some perspectives that we haven't seen in quite a while in the horror genre. I think I don't know. I got a lot of hype behind it. If it delivers, great. If it doesn't, then I'm probably going to be disappointed. That's what happens when you build up your anticipation. You know what I mean? I try to temper my expectations, but I'm not too good at it. When I see something I
Shutter's
really like,
it seems to me, and maybe it's because I don't know, maybe it's because I'm more focused on other things right now, like with the music, guitar, and all that. But it seems to be like Shutter is not overdoing it with their promotions. Like obviously Late Night with the Devil, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I hope that I'm right about that because I feel like people are starting to understand. Look, we're sick and tired of you throwing this. It's like YouTube does a good job. Let's face it. They do the. It's bad enough that we get an ad every 3 minutes, but it's the same ads over and over and over and over again. It's bad enough that, you have to hear about the same certain movies. It just, that's always said, we got to sell this piece of shit. It's terrible. We got to get people in the seats. Let's promote it. Let's promote it. Let's promote it because it sucked.
yeah.
Shutter.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
They're just letting the work speak for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
April.
In fact, they'll get their lead characters doing it. What's that?
April 19th. Late Night with the Devil will be on Shudder.
Hell, that'll be here before you know it. What else are they releasing that looked interesting? Now, see, I'm not sold on that Omen. That I guess came out this weekend. The first Omen, is that what it's called?
Yes, the first.
I'm not sold on that on the slightest because even in the trailer from that, you could see they took something from the original Omen. In the original Omen, where the nanny, in other words, they're throwing a big birthday party for Damien, and the nanny is obviously convinced by the devil to go hang herself. Look, Damien, it's all for you. And then she basically has a lasso around her neck that she jumps, basically takes a step off the ledge, and then, well, you're basically getting that at a trailer from the first Omen. I'm like, okay, well,
here we are.
Some of these, I'll tell you, I'm going to do myself a favor and do Jake a favor. Don't go down a certain path. It's not going to do any good.
Originality, right? Don't ride coattails. Do something original. Shock the audience if you want to, but have it be your own thought. Nobody likes plagiarism, right?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
If you want to see the crowd, just watch Brandon Lee.
Yeah.
I mean, they'd call it out if it was a book. Why they allow it with a movie?
Yeah. Speaking of the Crow, I see the picture of the new one. He looks like Chris O'Donnell from Batman and Robin.
He looks like fucking Post Malone. I'm sorry. Like Post Malone is fine as an artist, but dude, he's not my Crow.
No.
I don't need face tattoos. I don't need. Did you see that? I sent it to you on Facebook.
Yeah.
Have you looked at that fucking picture now? He's got a fucking.
You can't. Yeah, it's like I
It's
can't,
it's a nipple eye tattoo.
Yeah, what the hell is that all about?
Oh man.
speaking of more sadness and more nipple disgrace, can you believe the shit that J-Lo's going through right now?
What is she on a new husband? I don't even know.
This is so horrifying. It's relating to horror shit. She's so Jenny from the block at one time. Apparently, that wasn't really her vocals.
Oh no!
And on
shit.
top of that, yeah, that was they just used. Okay, back in the 90s, you had the Milli Vanilli, right? Though it wasn't really them singing, they were lip syncing, but they used that's not really the first. You know what? You don't look good, but we need someone else's image up on the screen. That's kind of what they were going for. Well, the girl, the young woman that was actually was the vocalist and wrote most of Jenny from the Block. The majority of the vocals wasn't. It's like, oh wow, it's amazing how this shit comes out of the woodwork. No. When on top of her being part of look, I didn't care for the son of a bitch back when he came out, this Sean Combs. I mean, if you're gonna give yourself a fucking nickname, you're just asking for fucking trouble. So that's why they're overdoing it with the Diddy thing, because it just sounds so fucking moronic, right? Well,
how many names has he had now?
I don't know. John Paul Diddy Luke the third. Diddy
Puff Daddy. Fucking. I mean,
he was so much about Jenny from the Block, and I guess she was into some stupid shit with him. I guess so many people were. So now it's like, oh god, it's so horrifying. So Beyonce is leaving her fucking husband now because apparently he's good friends with Diddy Bo Diddy. I guess
fucking Jay-Z, Sean Carter, fucking Jay-Z, really?
And here's my thing: if Diddy Bo Diddy, whatever the fuck his name is, if he was innocent, then why is he fucking running? Why is he hiding?
I don't know. People, I will say that he's posted on Instagram and he was at his house in Miami and he was dancing out front of it. Take from that what you will, but the video is out there. In the J-Lo stuff, Jenny from the Block, whatever. You got a song. You got a song that's about your authenticity and where you grew up. I'm Jenny from the Bronx. This, that, and the other. And you lip sync the shit. Oh my God.
Yeah.
How are you gonna lip sync a song about authenticity?
Apparently what it was
fucking awful.
It wasn't so much lip syncing. It was a mixture. In other words, there were some of Jennifer Lopez's vocals, but it was someone else's originality. But they didn't like her image. But the thing of this, she does sound a lot. Her vocals sound a lot like Jennifer Lopez. It's odd. And I guess there's parts of the video where there was the woman was talking about where she ad-libbed certain lyrics or laughter. And this is where Jennifer Lopez basically lip synced a laughter in the video. It was a fake. Why it was faking over some other woman's laugh.
You know what? DMX said it best. If you didn't write it, you got no business fucking singing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing. It's been going on really since the 50s. We'll go there. There has been samples and samples of music for generations, but when you're basically stealing somebody else's lyrics or lip syncing over somebody else's vocals.
No. I don't like ghostwriting. I don't like none of it. I think Drake, that's going to be controversial. Sorry, Jake.
No problem.
I think Drake, he's openly confessed to being a fucking an artist that is open to ghostwriting. He has other rap artists write his stuff that he performs. I think all that shit, ghostwriting, all of it is fucking trash. If you write it, perform it, it should be, that's all it should be. There should be no other parties involved. Shouldn't have a songwriter.
96. Sorry, 96,000. Sorry.
What is 96? I don't know.
96,000. Sorry, go on. I interrupted you.
No, you had
96,000 subscribers.
96,000. Hell yeah.
Sorry, I got a notification on my watch that it's a subscriber. I'm like, please tell me it's got to be from this. And then, sorry, you were saying this has nothing to do with anything going on. Really fucking up an eye for horror right now.
No, welcome to our randomness.
I'm all about randomness. So this fits in with everything. It's all good.
I was going to go on a rant anyways, and it don't matter. We're here for you, Jake.
I have a hard time.
So I have an idea for a meme, but have you guys seen the classic Kevin Smith flick, Dogma?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I must be a little inebriated because I fucked up. I meant to say James Silent Bob Strike Back.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The extended version on DVD is much better.
Okay. So you are familiar with George Carlin and the unwritten book?
Oh yes.
Okay. The meme would be the second chick who gets killed in the original Friday the 13th. She's a hitchhiker. Her name was Annie. I would like to make a meme that says, if Annie had followed by the book, maybe she would have lived a little bit longer. You know, like if Annie had done that with the truck driver, she might have, I don't know, something. Yeah.
If she had done it by the book, she'd be
exactly.
And she needs a t-shirt with it.
I'll try my best, but I can't help when you said George Carlin. I wish I had a brain like his. Naturally, if George Carlin was with us today, that man was so fucking brilliant.
And you know, even when he'd go off on his rants where he'd expose the Hollywood elite and all the shit going on around the government and everything like that, even when he'd expose that shit, people would still laugh. That's how crazy it was.
Yeah, and everybody in the comedy, they all admired him. They all looked up to him. Even Robin Williams.
Yeah, that's big.
Admired the shit out of him. Yes.
That's big.
I've been since we had our Meet Us in the Man Cave, which episode 2 will probably be out in 2 weeks because, you know, we're going to try everything in our power to focus on an Eclipse spoiler podcast for all those people out there that are not listening right now. Sorry, Jake. It's a habit. My bad.
You know what my favorite one is? George Carlin when he's going on that rant and he's talking about God and his relationship to the church. Somehow can't handle money. Tells you what's right and what's wrong. The Almighty and everything else. Can't deal with money. And then he's like, and he's talking about the greatest lie ever told, and he's pretty much just like, holy shit. Do you know that whole rant? Please tell me you do.
Oh yeah. The actual, I'm thinking of the actual comedy stand-up performance that you're talking, that particular part of that comedy. Yes. It's a classic, just like some of Richard Pryor's. Genius. Oh yeah. An eye for horror once again, an eye for horror.
An eye for comedy. We have also.
Christ. I don't know.
See, Chris and I are lucky, Jake. If you think about it, we're lucky. Our ambiance is horror in the background. The rest is just fuck it. Or it might have a lot to do with this shit too. But you know,
that is true. That is true. We got to calm ourselves down.
Yeah, I'll drink a light beer.
You know, we go on tangents, Jake. You gotta corral us. You gotta keep us in line.
It's okay.
I'll settle down. I'll drink a light beer. All right, Jake, an eye for horror. Yeah. Do you have a gut instinct by the end of 2024 In other words, do you believe that there's going to be, let's say, a trailer for a horror film that's going to come out before this year ends that's just going to shock the shit out of horror fans?
I
This
am
just came off the
hoping
top of
so.
my head.
I am really hoping so. So far, of a inner violet nature, I think has done that so far. So let's hope for another one, and so on and so forth. That'd be nice.
Do you guys think we're going to see Crystal Lake pop up out of nowhere?
I hope so. I'm actually really excited about that.
So
And
am
I'm
I.
not trying to I'm not trying to knock Friday the 13th. I'm not at all. But the fact that I'm excited about it, that's I feel odd saying that in a sense.
Jake and I for
And
horror.
I'm
What
not
do you think?
I am also excited for it, and I hope you see it. I love Friday the 13th. With let's see where they go with Crystal Lake. You know.
Yeah. So, do you think, another question for you guys, do you think they're doing this on purpose to build up the anticipation?
I don't think they are.
Do you think they haven't ironed out all the kinks?
Something tells me that they don't have all their I's dotted and their T's crossed right now.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say that, but that's my gut instinct. And my gut's not always right. So let's hope it's wrong. Jake,
I can understand that. I can understand that because we're basically salivating at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jake, seriously, what are your thoughts on this?
I can see that. Maybe they're stalling because, like you said, they don't have their cross their T's and their dotting their lowercase J's.
Yeah. Lowercase Jakes.
Okay.
And something I'm thinking about as well. It is a television series, correct?
Yep.
It on Peacock, or is it Paramount? I don't remember. Peacock. If I'm also trying to factor in with the writer's strike that we had, that could have something to do with it. Naturally, there, whatever writers that were involved or production crew that was involved with Camp Crystal Lake may have already had been scheduled to work on a project before. Since that was delayed, maybe this could be why Camp Crystal Lake may be a little hiccup right now.
But it's A24, correct?
I'm sorry?
It's A24, correct?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
So that's where I'm confused, because we've seen such a like resurgence of these indie companies, not necessarily like the big name, but all the smaller companies. It seems like they continued working. I don't know how, but it just feels that way, doesn't it?
It's because of it had a lot to do with the fact that they were able to work independently with another. Okay, even this past year, Taylor Compton. Did I butcher her name?
Scout Taylor Compton, I think.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She has made it very clear with her podcast that she naturally shares with Daniel Harris. She's been very busy working this last year on production, and it's been through independent crews, whether she's in Thailand or a lot of it's been in Louisville, Kentucky.
Isn't she trying to direct now?
Yes, sorry. She's actually. Yes, no, it's a good question, Chris. Yes, she's been directing a film, and Daniel Harris is in it.
Mm-hmm.
But last year she was very busy in the industry. In fact, this was the year before, because her soon-to-be husband, he plays the stunt double for Hayden Christensen for Darth Vader. But anyways, getting about with the whole independent films and all that, somehow they were not affected. I don't understand. It's amazing,
because it seems like Shudder. We'll take Shudder for instance. They're churning them out, man. I counted like 7 or 8, I think.
Yeah, I got to get Shutter again. It's so funny. I remember discovering it back in the day when it was $5 a month for Shutter.
Same,
I don't know how much it is. Wow. Yeah, I got to get
same,
it going.
and Screenbox. I'm on both of those.
There's another one that was a music one. Oh, I forget the name of it. Anyways. But yeah, Shutter, I applaud. I hear enough things just from the trailers and all that. Like I said, I don't know why I haven't bothered. Probably because I've been trying to. Why do what? In other words, I haven't had Netflix in a while. But no ways. Yeah, I'm just kind of curious with Camp Crystal Lake, or is there going to be as well if they have in the year every calendar year, there's going to be films, even in the music industry. They're going to have managers that's going to set a date for this release. And naturally, maybe they don't want to release, like, say, Camp Crystal Lake during where others have, where they've already released a May that film that role. That could be, they may be waiting till later in the year.
Could you imagine if they were just sitting on it? Oh my god!
I'm trying to now, obviously, streaming networks is different than it was like NBC, like we talked about with Friends. When the season premiere was, it was in September every year, and the last was usually in May.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, September and then May, of course, in the middle of the year. But I don't think the streaming networks it really matters. I think they'll do like 10 episodes. I don't think it does.
I hope not.
I'm just trying to figure out the math, and was there any other possibilities of confliction of other scheduling with other productions and all that? But I really hope it's not the whole, they don't have their I's dotted and their T's crossed, or lowercase j's, that is. Because that's the last thing we want. Because let's face it, especially for all the Friday the 13th fans out there, the big, the ones that are just dying to have some more Jason Voorhees, they have been dicked around over and over and over and over again. Just when they think something good's going to come out of it.
Yeah, they get let down. And I feel bad for that crowd because, we had as much as we hated it, our boy had another day in the sun. He was out there.
Yeah.
And he got introduced to a whole new crowd. Like, I feel like Jason has been gone so long. Maybe that's what they're banking on. Maybe it's going to be new. Maybe it's going to be a fresh face. Maybe they let Michael come through again, and then they're going to follow on the coattails again. Maybe that's possible. I don't know. But, oh, man, thinking of the idea of them sitting on this and letting the anticipation build or something like that is kind of driving me crazy. Because it's totally possible. I've heard of stranger things.
With what we're talking about here, Jake, I know I'm giving you a softball question right now, but it's got to be asked. If we do see a Jason Voorhees as an adult or a young teenager or anything that has to do with the face coverage, yes, you could say a sackhead and then a hockey mask. What are your thoughts? Do you think that they may try to turn something around that's a little different? Or what would you prefer to see eventually? Would you rather it be just one thing or another? You see what I'm getting at? I'm trying to set something up for you. Not so much a softball question, but you get the idea. I'm quite sure what I'm going with here. This is your podcast, and I, for horror, I want your intelligent perspectives on what you think Jason Voorhees should look like if we do get him eventually, if he is going to be a part of Crystal Lake, because there's been talks that he may not be.
If he is, I'd like to see a whole season or so, let's say, of the Sackhead, and then move on to the hockey mask, because the Sackhead could look really cool.
It did.
Yeah.
So, like, would that be something that you'd want to see, like, I don't know, spitballing here, but say we had the trouble with the camp counselors and, the penultimate end of it with, Mrs. Voorhees with the mom. Say it ended with that. But then, like, I don't know, the final episode, we got a glimpse of Jason. Is that something you'd want, or do you think you want, like, you know, episode 1, episode 2, and then straight into, Sackhead or something like that?
I think that could be cool doing it that way. But,
Straight into Sackhead?
yeah.
Okay. I'm split, man. I don't know.
I believe in developing a story around the characters. Get interested in the characters. Get to know. If there's going to be 4 characters in the film, I want to get to know each and every one of these characters, their background, whether they're a good person or a bad person, an asshole, or, I just want to get involved with these characters.
Right, because it makes you
Therefore,
so much more invested. Yeah.
So I want to get invested in these characters before Jason comes along. And I want Jason to come along. I want to hear, in other words, we're going to have to hear some backstories, because I think if the mother's going to be involved, maybe Jason's going to be a child, or I don't know. I just want to have Jason kind of dick tease towards the end, kind of like Gotham, where you finally got Batman towards the end.
Yes.
I want us to get involved, because I think that would make, since it is going to be a television series, I think it could be more interesting, because they're not making it an hour and 27 minutes long.
To piggyback off of what you just said, that would be such, like, you got to think, I guess if we're saying like chess versus checkers, we're saying we'll come out, we'll do this little TV show, right? We'll make it this, that, and the other. We'll satisfy the gore fans, and we'll draw in a new crowd. And then at the end of it, they introduce Jason. And then at that point, marketing and all this other stuff comes into play. Obviously, you're going to want to do a Jason movie. The opportunity to reintroduce Jason to a new crowd is so huge. They could absolutely do that.
That has to deal with legal standards as well, too.
Yeah,
because right
it's a new one.
Yes, it has to. Yes, that's one of the main reasons why the Jason Voorhees fans, the Friday the 13th fans have been dicked around because of the legal right issues. Halloween fans, yes, we've been lucky. There's been certain, but I think every fucking thing has its legal issues. But when it comes to the reason why Camp Crystal Lake is able to do Camp Crystal Lake is because, I guess it's Sean Cunningham, whatever, who owns the basic Jason Voorhees thing. They don't own Camp Crystal Lake. So therefore, they're able to do the Camp Crystal Lake thing, something like that in those regards. But you talking about the idea, Chris, what you're saying, yeah, that would be fucking brilliant. That would be like, oh, yeah, we will knock it out of the park. We'll do a grand slam right here, and boom, the movie. In other words, Marvel, let's face it, I think a lot of people feel the same way. After Endgames, it's pretty much gone downhill since then.
100%.
Yeah.
They could do this Camp Crystal Lake, kind of build up those little entities there. And then all of a sudden, boom, the Avenger movie. You know what I mean? You had the Iron Man, you had the Captain America, you had the Thor, you had the Hulk, then the Avenger. We'll get that Camp Crystal Lake going. Boom. There's the Jason Voorhees, the Friday the 13th. That would be awesome, but it's fucking legal issues. Goddamn fucking blood-sucking lawyers.
You know what? Everybody's got to get their money, right?
That's right. See, Jake, we didn't fail you. We brought some horror in here for you, buddy.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I think we did more horror here in the past 10 minutes than we did our own damn podcast.
This is very true. Very true. Because this is a good topic. I mean,
yeah, it is. And it's nice to it's refreshing. It is refreshing. So everyone that's in their 20s,
if they keep pushing the Michael stuff, it's gonna be killed. They're gonna kill it.
Yeah.
Overexposure kills things. Yeah, we loved our boy getting a little bit of hype, but it's like it's like the if you were to put like a golden team on baseball or football for that matter, you got to
Reds are
have
doing
certain
good, by the way.
you got to have supporting you got to have supporting roles, right? Michael
Oh yeah.
needs Jason. Jason needs Freddie. They all need each other to exist in this like little ecosystem. I mean, because otherwise people are going to get fucking burnt out. You don't want to keep seeing the same person over and over. And I don't want that to happen to Michael ever.
Or as much as I enjoy these characters, I mean, I could, it's in other words, it's for me, for an example, and I'll do it briefly, quickly, but the whole music thing, getting addicted to wanting to learn more about electric guitar. I want to revisit, I want to go back to the 70s and the 60s and the 80s with that music again. Okay. Friday the 13th, Halloween. It's great. It's great. It's great to revisit all that shit. For me, it's awesome. But at the same time, as I sit here, don't make another fucking Crow movie. Don't go watch that one. Watch Brandon Lee. Don't watch that shit. And I'm already calling it shit. And I haven't seen it. I didn't even watch the trailer, and I'm proud of it. I'll be an old bastard that's stuck in his stubborn ways. A part of me says, create something new.
That's
a
the
new
that's
Jason, a new
that's the
movie.
thing. That's the thing. Yes. It's not new. So that's why you feel a certain way about it. I mean, that's and your opinion is valid at that point because I think we've discussed it before, but redoing and sequeling and stuff like that, or not sequeling, but remaking is it's at some point it's laziness.
It is. I mean, okay, here's a good example. If anyone out there that finds this subject interesting, look at me. Let's say I've been redone over and over and over again. This is your results. It ain't good. But I'm pumped.
You know what? The thing is, it's not like The Crow was. There was a graphic novel that came from The Crow. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they had a template laid out before them. It was written. I mean, they created magic out of what was written, but it wasn't. There's
To be fair, it was like that.
there's other ideas
Okay.
out there. Find it. Find ideas. Don't just remake shit because it was successful.
I guess the whole point of it is you're going to have so many people who are a fan of my age, of your age, Chris. The first it's like, what the fuck are you doing to the character? It's like an insult. It really is, because it's just, it was what that film, that character, it was the beginning of really the start of the darkness, the emo vibe, that look.
Yes.
That's what it was, kind of like a punk rock vibe. That's punk rock always started at certain points, but I mean, it was a perfect blend, that grunge 90s dark look, emo look. Now they're trying to do it again, and it looks so it's wimpy looking.
He's a fucking rapper, dude. I don't get it.
It's just, it looks
I don't
like
fucking get it. Eric Draven was a metal band. He was Hangman's Joke. He was a rock. He was a metal guy. Like
visually,
and
it
he
looks
played
ridiculous.
he played an axe. He played a guitar, man.
It's like saying, okay, it's okay to, when you get when a little kid goes to kindercare and they start coloring, it's like they're telling the kids, oh, go ahead, be creative, color outside the lines. It's okay to look that ugly. It's okay to look that foolish. It's like they're encouraging these kids to be failures at art. That's what this looks like. It looks like failure at art. Why are we going back to this? Why am I going back to this gross shit?
It's such a hop. hot topic, man. It's so much disdain around it. Sorry, Jake.
Get a hot topics. Do you know? Did you hear about Diddy?
No, what happened?
Oh,
Did he or didn't he?
this podcast is brought to you by Groundhog's Day, the fruit that just keeps on coming back and biting you in the ass. Once again, this podcast is sponsored by Groundhog's Day.
Oh gosh.
Oh, Jake, see, you've got to get people on here that are actually going to be able to, yeah. See, now you know not what to do when you have individuals from God, the irony, Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that, right?
It's all good.
I didn't say that, did I? I don't know anything. I don't see. Damn it, Diddy done it again.
Diddy
Diddy done it again.
He's a diddler.
Damn it, Diddy.
So-
by the way.
Oh.
Go ahead, Jake. Sorry.
No, just I seen this thing on Facebook. It said Justin Bieber died. I'm sure it's bogus. So I thought it was stupid.
God.
This is Justin.
Is it bad that I got happy?
You know,
A little bit.
I honestly, just like for a moment, I'm like, who the fuck is Justin? Okay, no, that little shit is.
Yeah.
You know, in all serious, earlier, I want to say in the week, or it might have been, I don't know. I at one point, I was telling this guy at work, his name is Michael, and this whole fucking Diddy, whatever. And I said, you know, honestly, I said, what really saddens me with friggin' YouTube, I don't even watch this stuff. I don't have anything to do with that. And it's popping up on my YouTube algorithm. I've actually been doing more music research, blah, blah, blah. I think I've stated that shit enough here in this and Jake's podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Diddy. And it's like, I could honestly say, and you're hearing this first, and I guess I'm saying here on Jake's podcast and not where we're meeting each other down in the man cave. I honestly miss hearing about Taylor Swift right now, and not because there's so much Diddy shit on the screen. I never thought I'd say that. Nothing against Taylor Swift, but
You know what?
I miss about her right now.
I can't wait until the Oprah shit comes out. That's what I
Oh,
can't
Oprah.
wait for. Because everybody loves fucking Oprah. She's been connected to all these men, and they're all going down one by one. And I can't wait till the Oprah shit comes out. And it's fucking weird.
Jumping on her.
It's fucking weird how you've built an all-girls school, and like 6 of them girls turn up pregnant. It's an all-girls school. There's no male teachers. What the fuck happened?
Ooh.
I think that she's dirty. She's a dirty whore. Oh, Jake, you better get us in control, bro.
Yeah.
We've gone into the deep end.
So, Jake,
I'm
look what you've done to me. My son has been standing by the door frame going, Daddy, can I please have some water?
Could I have some more sausage?
Oh my god.
It said sausages. Sorry, that's a bad news thing there. Jake, you've heard me speak enough about my son. You know as well as I do. Even if he was, oh, wow. Here's something horrifying. This actually did happen
No,
at my house last Thursday or Friday, last Friday. Okay. I mentioned my son and I'm okay. I'm in my another room. Okay. I don't edit in here. I edit in my bedroom. And I'm hearing some noises out in the living room. I'm like, well, it's probably Dozer, my dog. And I'm like, well, it's time to go get some more coffee. And I'm walking on down the hallway and I'm like, those are what he's not doing anything. As soon as I get closer to my front door, I'm seeing some movement. I've got kind of like a stained glass oval, whatever. And as I walk closer to my door, there's a police officer right there, not even 2 feet, a foot away from the door, telling me, with not yelling at me, but a very loud tone, do not open the door. Okay. Now I'm hearing some familiar moaning down low at the door.
I'm sorry. I would have been like, you don't tell me what the fuck to do in my house.
At one point, yeah, you would say that, but all of a sudden, in real life scenarios, when you hear something also going on, you know it's something to do with a kid.
Yeah.
My next door neighbor to my right, facing my residential street, they have a son who has severe autism. That's what he's diagnosed, just severe autism. Now, I live with an autistic, my son is autistic.
Right.
He's not severe. There's so many tiny little increments of levels of autism. This young man is severe. Well, I go get my shoes on, go out the back door to try to get their attention. And at that point, I'm seeing 3 police cruisers and 2 individuals, fire trucks, or a fire truck and 2 paramedics out there. And I'm like, this isn't my fucking house. Should I go do what everybody else does at state age?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I get a hold of get attention to it was a paramedic or police. I'm like, if you need to, you're more welcome to come through around the back, And he's like, no, maybe. So I go back inside here, and actually where I'm physically sitting right now, it's technically to my right. I'm hearing some severe, moaning, some screaming going on. I'm like, damn. This kid, he likes to take off every once in a while. And when he takes off, he either goes to some neighbor's house adjacent from where we live, because I live on a cul-de-sac. So he'll go to the street that's off of mine. He'll either go to the 2 houses over there or mine. And it's freaky as hell, because he actually ran into my house one time through the patio door. And I got to thinking about this. I mean, thankfully he's okay. He didn't, because I started fearing that he hit his head on my door or something like that. Because this kid is screaming, and it has a scream and moan at the same time. And just hearing that, I'm like, I hate to do this, but I've got no choice in this matter. But what if I took this and made it into a horror film? We've always had this Halloween, 1970, 1963, Michael Myers. Where did he come from? What if he was something like my neighbor's kid? You don't know much about him. Today, we understand more about autism. Autism wasn't actually given a name until 1972. Before that, it was called something else, borderline Down syndrome, but there's the other word they use for it.
Yeah.
But I really did. I started thinking, what if but then I started feeling bad, because wait a minute, that would make my son, but he loves Halloween films. So maybe individuals like my son be like, it's about fucking time you get a slasher that's kind of like me. Because I wanted to play sports like my older brother, like my older sister. I wanted to be cool like them. Why can't there be a killer like me? So I'm like, oh, this might be interesting after all. So what if the little boy, kind of like Michael, who doesn't speak, but just makes these eerie sounds, kind of like Jason and Freddy, was trying to come after his neighbor? Of course, the cops get him and ruin the movie, but I don't know. It was just kind of creepy. Some shit that was popping in my head. But it took a while for these cops to get this kid onto a gurney. And when he was on a gurney, they had him strapped down. He is just like it's almost like you could see his arms ripping those things out. And that's when I really started thinking, God damn, this would be a creepy fucking movie. But it didn't happen. And then, of course, I didn't say the right last name. Bieber. That's the name I said. So I didn't actually, there might be a Justin Bieber out there. Man, I'm really screwing things up here.
Wow.
I did enjoy War Pig's beer. I could say that.
You know what? I want
Trying-
that, and I want this. I want the stone. I want both of those back. That was good
I've
shit.
been looking for. Ironically, every time I look for that stone, I thought that was it because the artwork on this can. But this was at Myers. I don't know if this is.
It was silver with black writing, and I think it stood for Fear, Movies, and Love, but it was FML.
The flavor of this makes me think of this is not a seasonal beer. It's not a month flavor of the month. So this should be an Indiana beer that's out quite a bit. Myers.
I dig the can art. I like it.
Yeah. I mean, you just don't get a black. You know what I mean? Jake, thank you for having myself on here. I appreciate it. For the third time now, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow. Celebrity. I get a star on your podcast. Hey,
It's gonna start.
Speaking of which, you joined.
It's gonna start his Kardashian episode here soon.
Oh, yeah. Let's do a Kardashian podcast. I don't know jack shit about them, but I don't think we need to know anything about them.
No.
They're rich bitches.
Oh my god.
I like Chloe. I am attracted to Chloe.
Perfect.
I am attracted to Chloe, though. I will admit. There's just something about her. I'm just physically attracted to her. I'm not going to BS about it. Not going to do it. It's not prudent. Sorry, I brought a little politics into that. You know who that was? Not going to do it. An independent guy. Not going to do it. Not prudent.
Yeah.
God damn it. Think of Friends.
He said, I don't know.
Think of Friends. A character name starts with an R.
Oop, Ross? What?
Ross Perot. I'm fucking old, guys.
You know, the only one that I like is Kendall. For real.
Kendall. Let me think. Kendall. Oh yeah, she's a slinky. She's she's one of Bruce Jenner's girls. Kendall Jenner.
Yeah.
Yeah. She is naturally a very beautiful young woman. I mean, you just look at her face like, God damn, she's just born beautiful. There's something about,
Which is
great. She's in her 20s.
I don't like all the fake shit.
There's just something about Chloe. Like in the beginning, there was something about her. I don't know. It was a personality. I'd see like some of these commercial ads. I'm like, she's pretty funny. And there was something about her I just found her hot. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
But as the Kardashians, I've always made fun of it just because I think everybody else has because we're jealous of their money and not them. Does that make sense?
From knowing an OJ Simpson, they're a pretty rich fucking family. I'll say that much.
You know what?
No real
I know
skill.
Jake, you're eventually going to have to end this particular podcast soon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm going to bring up OJ now. I'm going to bring up OJ.
We've been going since 7, brother.
Oh shit!
Oh my God. It's 9. Wow.
Yeah, OJ may help you.
Okay.
I say OJ's innocent.
Oh Jesus. Yeah.
Fucking hell, I gotta go.
Okay. Thank you guys.
OJ, I'm telling you what, he was on the golf course, not in his white Bronco.
You know what? I'd rather man ass you did this, dude being a fat. I'll do that.
Listen, that motherfucker sliced and diced. He did his fucking thing.
Glove. If you notice, only one glove fits his hand when he's playing golf. Doesn't that say anything?
Hell no. He just had too much sodium the day before.
And he tweets. He tweets about if it was him, or no, that was before Twitter. OJ didn't do it, man. I'm telling you.
Fuck that.
Sure, his DNA was everywhere. His DNA was everywhere.
They had the whole Rodney King thing before that, and they were afraid to convict another black man. That's what I'm saying.
That is the truth.
Stick
we all
into
know
it.
that. That is the truth. We all know that, but he didn't do it.
Hmm.
I'm just trying to help you end this damn podcast.
Jake, do you want it to go into a dumpster fire?
No,
Everybody knows that son of a bitch was guilty as hell for doing that shit. I think it's just him and Casey Anthony, two motherfuckers that are walking around down in Florida right now going like, I got him.